do that?
Yeah, that's
It
what
was
I
a-
heard.
It was a bit of a
Okay. 6
literal
o'clock.
mess at
If
times.
you would stand, please, and we'll remove your hats, we'll say the pledge to open our meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, may be seated. We will call to order Spencer Town Council meeting for June 15th, 2026. Let it be known that all three council members, the town clerk, representatives from the police, the street, and the sewer plant are here, and all of our prospective guests, and also our town attorney is on the phone with us, so he's listening in. So if we need Richard, he's available. All right. Approval of minutes from previous meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second?
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Okay, approval of claims. Me and Ginger's already looked through them,
Oh, okay.
so,
Waiting on me.
yes.
I looked through them online, but just one last glance.
I don't think there was anything unusual.
No,
this
there
morning.
was all. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve claims.
Okay, we have a motion to approve claims.
I'll second that.
Ginger seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Kids, are you in something?
All right, public issues. Mr. Kimberly?
Oh, you're ready for me?
Yep.
So I'm not a great public speaker, so.
Well, don't feel bad. I'm not either, so.
We won't throw tomatoes.
Yeah, yeah. We don't judge here.
So my name is Kimberly. I'm the owner of Monster Fireworks and the Sweet House Cafe here in Spencer. So I've been operating fireworks businesses in Spencer for about 15 years. And recently invested in opening the Sweet House Cafe. In all the 15 years I've been doing fireworks, I put out temporary signage, and there's really never been a whisper. I think I've always asked a few times throughout the years, do I need temporary sign permits or something, and it's never been needed. Something apparently has changed this year because more signs do keep getting taken down, and so I'm just wanting to address that to make sure that, number one, I'm compliant. My goal is to be compliant with
Okay.
but so with a temporary type of business, street signage is super important. It's not with all businesses, but especially fireworks, that's kind of the standard, industry standard. So I'm just trying to figure out what I can do, and
Where'd you have it at before?
it's been in the same location for 3 years. I've rented that building year-round for 3 years.
Okay.
It's taken me a long time planning and getting
Okay.
the cafe going, much longer than I anticipated. But so I kind of printed out a map here and some of the locations. So I've always put the signs in those locations, and they're where I was requesting to either get permission or,
Just being
Oh,
straight.
it's not, okay, so one's up here at
Yeah,
the corner of
yeah, there we
Morgan
go.
and,
yeah, kind of like, so my business is here and there's a street here and a street here, so I try to put one at either corner of the street. This is probably the most important one because it leads right into it.
Yeah, the only thing you have to be careful there is line of sight.
yes.
Right, okay,
That's
You
a
gotta-
state requirement, we don't have.
Yeah, it's gotta be set back so far.
okay.
The first time they was removed, I did it because there was 7 of them in the riddle slot, all in the grass.
Okay.
I moved 7 of them and set them by the door.
Okay,
The second, I don't know about the other ones.
okay.
I know the storm last weekend, both of the big ones was laid down after the storm, but that wasn't
I
us.
spoke with John,
Yes,
is John here? I think I spoke with,
That's-
okay.
it's
You were the
me.
one, okay,
Huh?
yes. So, and I think you were the one that said there was a little bit of concern because that property's for sale.
Yes.
So I guess I was just wanting to figure out what would work, and not impede anything. with
Well,
that.
I don't think it's gonna really impede. I think probably we'd just like to be asked, that's all.
That property is-
I just, in the
yeah.
15 years, I have many times called them and been like, is
Okay.
everything okay? And they're like, well, you guys don't do temporary
No, we
signage
don't.
permits or anything. So I'm like, okay, we'll just put them out.
Yeah.
And this is the first year I've had trouble, so I'm like, okay, I'm definitely willing to be compliant in every way. I mean, I'm.
The only thing is just that line of sight issue.
Okay,
Make sure that when a car can pull up, they can see around or
That'd be the
over.
same on any corner.
Yeah, on any corner there.
right.
Yeah,
So just kind of set it back a little bit?
yeah, a little
or-
bit, you know,
Okay.
so. And that triangle, is that owned by the state, Tony? at Vandalia,
Yes,
So here,
that's,
some
we
more
do
in
mow it, but that's state.
that's state property.
The only reason I removed the signs the first time was because there wasn't, it was like yard signs. There
Uh-huh.
wasn't really a rhyme or reason, they was just stuck sporadically
My
through the
employee,
grass
I'll make
where
sure.
we had to mow. They wasn't like out on the highway or back on Franklin Street, they was just here and
Okay.
there and
Sure.
Yeah, that's,
everywhere.
I don't want it to look that way either, so I would.
All right, okay. All right, well, that's fine, Kim. You know, we don't have a problem, just in the future,
Right.
before, everybody that does an event or anything in town,
Yeah,
please come ask first.
I'm happy to,
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
plenty
yeah,
happy to do
that's
that.
all.
So if I put them up, is Tony able to like come check and make sure, hey, these are not in the, like, so that I know that they're good when I put them up this
Yeah,
time?
I mean, I can do that.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All
Should
right.
I go or stay?
Oh, there's no need to stay.
No, dear, no, it gets real boring real quick. Tony, you wanna get the microphone out?
Oh, forgot that.
Thank you. Okay. Covenant, did you have something?
For the zoning.
You can go ahead, cause it's,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we would put that in
sure.
public anyway.
Department reports then?
Pardon?
On under planning and zoning department reports?
Yes, I mean, we put anybody that shows up under
Sure.
the public, so in case they wanna leave out.
Yes,
So-
okay. Is this thing on?
Is there a red light? Is it green?
There's
light?
always-
Yeah,
Looks
just
on.
there.
Okay, so I'm here to kind of review where we're at with the planning commission's, ADU ordinance that we're looking to pitch to you guys.
Okay.
Richard Lorenz is not here tonight, so
Yeah,
he's
he is here.
Hi, Richard. Oh, I'm so glad you are here. Well, am I out of turn then? Does it-
No, you
okay.
go right ahead.
Okay, well, Richard has some draft language prepared for you guys. I don't know if it's in your packets tonight or if you've seen that
You
yet.
did not get
No,
the-
I have not got that.
Okay, I'll just provide an update then. At our most recent group meeting where the whole planning commission got together and looked over the language that Richard had prepared for us, we had some debate about which stipulations we'd like to include, which we'd like to modify. So I'll just kind of review what the discussion was,
Okay.
so you guys can be thinking about what this body would like to decide, because ultimately it comes down to you guys. So,
To get started, can you tell everybody what an ADU is and what?
yes, sorry, review. An ADU is an acronym for accessory dwelling unit. It's basically an in-law suite or a granny flat, sometimes they're called, but it's a detached or attached additional unit that somebody can build in their backyard or again, attached to the principal dwelling. And so the idea is we've got a shortage of housing around here. A lot of young people and retirees are looking for a place to live that's affordable. Homeowners are looking for ways to generate extra income, and the economic conditions that we have, it's tricky with inflation and all of that. So we're looking for ways to incentivize more development that is not gonna dramatically change the character of our community. You know, I think a lot of people around here wouldn't like to see necessarily a high-rise come up, but if we can support incremental thickening up, then we have more rooftops, and more places for people to live that are on the more affordable end of things. So that's kind of where this all came from. The debate has been around how we want that to look in action. So Richard did us the service of kind of drafting an ordinance, and so that was what the debate was about. So he'll provide this for you at some point, but it's gonna be subsection C, and there are 11 points that we're kind of in conversation about. So point number 1 is a definition of what an ADU is. That really wasn't contentious. Attached, detached, etc. Point number 2 was a minimum lot size requirement. And so as the president of the planning commission, my preference was to strike minimum lot size, just because I think if someone feels that they have room to build one of these, attached or detached, it's not really our role to say that they shouldn't. However, Richard made a good point that something like 80 or 85% of the properties in town were already within the minimum lot size that he put in the ordinance, so I'll leave that to you guys. Point number 3 was a limit of 1 ADU per parcel. I requested to limit to one detached and one attached. So not necessarily just one but maybe not two detached, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Two detached could get cluttered visually, but one attached, one detached. So defer to you guys. Stipulation number 4 had to do with building material requirements. No debate about that. We are all kind of agreed we want things to look nice. And so the ADUs that you'll see around town, most of them already match the principal dwelling in colors and materials and things like that, just so that it's coherent. We all kind of agreed on that. Point number 5 was an owner occupancy requirement. We had some debate about that. I felt that it was a barrier maybe to supporting infill and supporting ADUs getting built to have an owner occupancy requirement, but the rest of our members of the group felt strongly that in order to make sure that the properties look nice and are well maintained, let's keep the owner occupancy requirement. So that's where we landed on that.
Okay.
That's kind of
Oh.
context.
Owner as in resident owner?
Yeah, so the owner of the principal dwelling unit, not that they necessarily need to live in the principal dwelling, they could live in the ADU, but the request of the planning commission consensus was that we keep an owner occupancy requirement, whether they're in the house or the ADU.
Okay.
One or the other is fine, but we don't want absent landlords, basically.
Okay.
There is a question of whether there's a different way to achieve our goal of maintaining property appearances, like code enforcement. So if the question is, we don't want slumlords, is there a better way to reach that than to require that the property owner live on site?
That's a good
Something for
point.
this group to think
That's
about.
a good start.
Yeah, it's something for the group to think about. Okay, point 6 was a maximum, sorry. It was about the maximum size or the minimum size. Now, I can't remember what Richard had drafted, but my request was to, increase the maximum size from 800 square feet to 1,200 square feet, or 40% of the principal dwelling, whichever is greater. So you don't want the ADU obviously to dwarf the original house on the lot. And, you don't want the ADU to be bigger than the,
Right.
so 40% of the original dwelling size or 1,200 square feet, whichever is greater. I think what Richard had in his ordinance was 800 square feet. So, that's the size of a small house. My house is like 850 square feet. So
Yeah.
if you guys are fine with the 800, we keep that, but I thought,
Okay.
let's remove as much red tape as possible.
Sure.
Let's say somebody owns a mansion and they want to build a sizable ADU, why not? They have the room.
But the minimum would be 800.
As is, 800 square feet, I think
Okay.
is what Richard drafted. I requested to modify to 1,200 or 40%
okay.
of the principal dwelling, whichever is greater.
Oh, okay.
Okay, point number 7 was a requirement.
Really big, the 40%.
Yeah.
Yeah, a requirement to maintain separate sidewalks for detached ADUs. The group felt we should keep this as is, so maintain the sidewalk requirement. Point number 8 was interior stairway requirement for attached ADUs on upper floors, keep as is. We want a separate entrance, Point number 9, keep as is, and that was no additional parking requirement beyond what's already required for the principal dwelling. Point number 10 was that utilities must be underground and adhere to building codes, keep as is. And 11, there was a prohibition on ADUs as transient or short-term rentals like Airbnb. I request to strike that. I would say that it's not really our business whether people use an ADU for Airbnb or not. Obviously, we do want to incentivize long-term rentals because we have a housing shortage. So overall, yes, if there's anything we can do to support or encourage people to set these up as, long-term rentals, great, but I'm already aware of a few Airbnbs in town that are in ADUs, and I don't really feel it's the town government's business to tell somebody how they can, especially think of an attached ADU. It's already on somebody's house. Are we gonna knock on their door and say, hey, I think you have an Airbnb guest in there and that's not allowed? You know what I'm saying? So I would say to strike the prohibition on transient uses or short-term uses. The other thing about Airbnbs is they tend to be well-maintained because they're always on the market.
Yeah.
So I would be less worried about that, to be honest. That's where we're at.
My only concern there is parking.
Yeah,
Parking,
but they're not increasing it, that there's gonna be a
Yeah.
problem.
so
Yeah.
where we're at right now, I go out around the town on walks all the time. And what I see is an abundance of street parking available. So what we're doing with this ADU, since.
You don't live on North Montgomery Street then?
Is it pretty used up?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
full
Yeah.
all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so what will, it's not a prohibition on, let's say a homeowner has room to build an ADU and wants to do it,
Okay.
they can certainly furnish their own parking, and probably will if it's an impediment to being able to attract a tenant.
I think that's something that you need to, it has to be, and it needs to come in off the alley.
That'd be the best. I
That
mean,
would be the
I don't know
best.
that you can always do that, 'cause
Yeah.
not everybody has an alley that might have this.
I was gonna say, I would hesitate because I think it's one more area where we add red tape, and for a lot of homeowners, it's gonna be a non-issue with the amount of street parking that is available near downtown, near all the old neighborhoods.
Well, here's the problem.
Okay.
How long have you lived here?
3-4 years?
I've lived here 47,
Okay,
so I've seen a lot of changes on North Montgomery Street. Every time there's an influx of new people, I get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, okay? They grow up,
yeah,
and mom and dad's got a car, and the next thing you know, Bub's got a car, sister's got a car, so there's 5 cars parking.
yeah,
So that takes up literally everything along the street.
sure.
I think that needs some kind of approval, a review.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's-
sure,
Without
maybe,
saying no right off.
that's something that we can workshop in the planning
Sure,
commission
yeah.
before we bring it back to you guys with
Sure.
the language.
Yeah.
That
I
is-
didn't wanna add additional requirements to burden, cause it's already very cost prohibitive to build one of these things. And so if you're also responsible to provide parking beyond what's already
Well, we-
available in the area,
Anybody that builds apartments up here had to have off-street parking.
sure.
So,
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is part
it's,
of our,
Well, if it's in a, yes,
that is part of the, so
So,
they really
yeah.
would have to kind of build it into their yard or something
yeah.
somehow.
it's something, it will, I'll take a look at it, and maybe I'll come back to you guys with some better counterpoints,
Because I have to deal with them.
the street department.
Yeah, because snow removal on my street is an issue,
Yeah,
especially this winter, last winter, where we had a heavy snow.
okay,
Some people didn't get out for 4 days.
And people that don't have those things, I mean, along Main Street, let's just face it, everybody's against someone else having company over all the time and
Yeah,
parking
so,
there.
yeah.
yeah.
So it
So,
is a
that's
parking
that's a little
issue
bit of a
on many
problem.
streets.
So there already are parking requirements for new homes and new structures, obviously. But so what we're doing is not imposing additional parking requirements beyond what's already provided for the principal structure.
That's true.
So there
It's
already
just
will
adding
be the
people.
driveway or, in some
Okay.
cases, if there's an alley or whatever, access. Maybe we want to provide some flexibility in the language, like if street parking is available, no additional spaces will be required. If it's not, then you need to provide.
Maybe you
space.
could
But-
create language that, at least the base value says 1 additional off-street parking, but it could be waived,
Yeah,
with
Right, that needs
approval, cause
approval.
like,
I think it needs to
some
be
spots are gonna
reviewed.
be different, so that's your
Yeah.
baseline of what you're asking.
sure.
But, the situation might
change,
have
yeah.
flexibility,
Right.
and then the exception to the rule could be dealt
Sure.
with
Okay.
individually.
I like that.
So when we do building, they know what the requirements are, but we'd add a special check off for parking. So
Yeah.
when they are doing everything, that would have to be reviewed by our
Yeah.
building person too.
I'll give an example of, there are some major cities that have completely eliminated parking requirements for new development. Now, they are served by buses and transit,
Right.
and they're not entirely car dependent in the way that we are in rural Indiana. So that is different, but when they've had a developer build a high-rise apartment, just because there were no parking requirements, doesn't mean the developer said, I don't need parking. They built what they thought they needed, so they did their own market analysis,
Sure,
and they built maybe 200 spaces instead of 400, which zoning would have required arbitrarily based on the rules of zoning, which were developed like in the 50s, in kind of an arbitrary way. So, that's kind of why I say, let's leave it to, my preference would be to leave it to the homeowner to determine, they've got brains and they can look around and say, hey, there's nowhere for this person to park. If I want to get a tenant, I need to put some gravel down and have a space back in the alley. So I think that people will use their best judgment, especially if they can afford to
Well,
build ADUs.
I'm just warning you, because there's a whole bunch of people that's been here for a long, long time
Sure,
that won't build one of these, and they get a neighbor that comes in that
Yeah.
does, they're not gonna be real happy with the parking situation.
okay. No, I hear you. I'll take it back to the planning commission and we'll do
Yeah,
something.
so-
Richard, maybe you can help out here, but we'll do something maybe that builds in the flexibility of like, baseline, you need an extra space, but if you'd like to waive that or you feel that you have enough, then you come
Well,
and get a variance.
Depends on who's living at the house too.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
Okay,
okay.
point taken. Thank
All
you
right.
guys. That's where we're at today. I think Richard will bring you guys the official language in a couple of meetings and you can review
Okay,
it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. All right.
Someone
Yeah,
else
you don't
was
have to
here.
stay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, that
The
was,
newspaper lady.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Laura Lane.
Okay,
Okay.
any other public
I didn't
issues?
I told, I'm sorry.
Okay. Have you had anybody else sign up for the sidewalk projects?
I don't think so. I think I'd give them to you
Yeah,
as soon
okay,
as we get them.
okay,
There was
all right.
something like a
I've
couple weeks ago.
Contacted, and I've even contacted Bobby this evening, so
Okay.
everybody else has said yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, so,
You did get, Tim Wood.
yeah, already got, Tim,
And,
Joe Keith,
so, yeah,
and,
those were the ones that we got.
and then
since the
Sam
last
Hobbs'
meeting.
mother-in-law.
Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
get that
yeah,
one,
so.
so.
Okay. All right, no public issues. Department reports, police department.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, I will try to make this as quick as possible. First, we got a resignation of one of our officers. He resigned, and I have his resignation letter, and I'd like to read it.
Yes?
This was an email to me. He said, "Dear Chief, please accept," and this is from Ashton Banks. "Please accept this email as a formal notification that I am resigning from my position as law enforcement officer in the Spencer Police Department. My last day of employment," and he must have been thinking about this for a while, "will be Monday, June 1st. So, I don't know if we can accept it now and backdate it to that, but that's Richard's.
It's just for
ballpark.
your files.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunities I've had during my time at the Spencer Police Department. I truly appreciate the experience of working with the department as a team and growing professionally." Then he just goes on to say, "Please let me know how I can best assist in bringing what equipment the department owns that is in my possession currently. I plan to bring my uniform belongings into the Spencer Police Department in the next couple of days. Thank you again for your opportunity and all of you have, on what all of you have done for me. And I wish you as well as the department the best as you continue to grow in the future. Sincerely, Ashton Banks," and I recommend we go ahead and accept his resignation.
I'll make that motion that we accept Mr. Officer Banks' resignation from the Spencer PD.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Okay, on the tails of that, do I have permission to fill that vacancy?
I would think you probably need to, don't you?
Yeah, I need to, so I'm just looking for your blessings.
Yes,
so.
I would
Please do.
say move,
Okay.
move forward.
All righty, and then, under equipment, Officer Richardson's truck is in the body shop, be probably 3 more weeks. And the Charger, the taillight assembly is ordered on that, cost us $107.39, which isn't really bad, as far as
Not
the,
even worth mentioning.
it's a lot cheaper than the truck. At this time, I'd
Let's hope
like to
so.
turn the officer, presentation over to Officer, this guy, Ryan Rose. But, he's got, as I had said earlier, all along since becoming chief, I want to bring us into the 21st century and get more programs, more different, accounts that we can use to enhance our police work. So there is a thing called TLO, and I'm not going to elaborate any more on that and steal his thunder. So he will
There is a,
give a
there's one
presentation on
Oh,
the
okay,
TLO.
there
over
it
on
is.
this side maybe?
Right here, yeah.
So I was asked to make
Sit on
a
the side.
brief PowerPoint to help follow along, but I'm mostly gonna go off script.
Okay.
It's a visual reference. So TransUnion, TLO, is a internet-based program. It's a website that we can utilize. It does cost money. Moral of the story is that it's $900 a year. The reason we are asking for it and its use is based on the research capabilities that it can provide us for investigative resources. I have used it at multiple other agencies that I've been employed at, specifically the Owen County Sheriff's Department, Wilmington Police Department, and IU Police Department. So what it does is it's an internet web-based program or company that collects publicly accessible information. So any data on an individual who owns property, has paid taxes, has a cell phone bill, rents a car, utility bills, stuff like that, it can draw it all together into their database that makes it much more easy for our investigative uses of searching individual pieces of information. The purpose for that, as far as our investigations, is that if we have criminal activity business or an individual citizen that we have limited information on. If we have a report of a suspected crime or some sort of victimization to a citizen or business, and all we have is a plate number that we can't really get anything because it's too old or it's not working, we have partial plate numbers or cell phone numbers. We use this program to search that individual piece of information to collect all the other information that helps me identify who my suspect is, who stole from Walmart, who crashed into John's car on North Montgomery, stuff like that. There's a lot of other advantages as far as the search capabilities, which is very difficult to explain, but based on my experience and its uses, it has been very successful and very advantageous. I often used it when I was at the Sheriff's Department with my sex offender investigations, trying to discover information that they hid, that they required to report, like email addresses, social media accounts, stuff like that, which were criminal violations on those specific instances. But again, the moral, the point of the request is that for $900 a year, purchasing the user agreement, the chief and assistant chief would be the primary administrators for the account. So then they can designate unlimited users, such as myself or Officer Bryce Brock, access to utilize that tool. The kicker is like an old school cell phone bill. We have a $75 limit per month. Each individual search is a separate transaction. 90% of those searches are 40 cents per transaction. Now, that would be about the basis of what a common investigation would conclude in. But if someone like me was being very detailed and really searching very far, it could go anywhere from 40 cents to $7.50 per search. So as long as you're under that $75 monthly limit. So if I were to go, for some reason, if I searched so much in one 30-day period, and I exceeded $75 in 1 month, and I went to $85 worth of usage, it would roll over. The next month, I would have a lower limit.
Oh, okay.
But, which also kind of sounds confusing because you still have up to $900 per year. So there'll be busy months like the summertime, when it's warmer, people are out, more crime activity increases, we might use it more versus the fall, the fall months, winter months when there's not much going on, we don't use it at all. We may not even use $900 a year worth of its services, but we still have to pay the minimum $900. In the event that we somehow exceeded the $900 per year, that would just mean that January 1st, you get a $1,005 bill instead of a $900 bill.
Okay.
Does it have higher cost value once you go past the 900?
It does. So, and again, it's kind of hard to explain, and I did bring a little cheat sheet from their website that shows what specific transactions look like,
Thank
but
you.
it's kind of alien without actually being able to show you the website and how I would use it. But if I were to search just a cell phone number, because John keeps getting scam calls from the same number from Florida, he's like, I don't know who it is, I don't know what's going on. I could search that number and see, oh, it's tied to this business or this individual. And if I searched more in depth, I could get addresses, names, relatives, vehicles, and places of employment. Again, everything that's publicly accessible, but consolidated to one click. And that way, I can have Florida, for example, go knock on this guy's door and tell him to quit calling John, stuff like that.
But those rates then, like once you went over the 900, it would be at those rates per
Right.
search?
And another advantage that would be, again, user-specifically unique, I guess, as far as the searching. So as I'm trying to investigate my crime, whatever it may be, I can see prior to completing that transaction, well, this is gonna run me up a $12 bill. I don't wanna go that far. That's too much. That's too unnecessary for this case-by-case specific need. So it's pretty well regulated as far as the cost effectiveness of what we're doing at the time. So we could make judgment calls like, we don't need to get that much information versus something where we have a high priority crime, some kind of injury to a citizen or something of that nature, or burglary. I'm like, I need everything, every little detail.
Pedestrian stroke or
Right.
something like that, yeah.
And basically what it all boils down to is that it just assists us in being able to quickly identify suspects, apprehend suspects a little faster than normal, and build stronger cases for prosecution, so.
All right. Oh, and as far as me finding somebody that hit my car on North Montgomery Street, you just leave that to
Just
me.
don't call us. Yeah.
Uh,
I
Well,
think this sounds like a useful tool.
it does.
It does.
I
Are there
think-
any guardrails? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I think the guardrails isn't limiting the people who are using it.
Oh,
Because
so,
you
And you know which officer would be making which
Correct,
searches as
so-
well.
so again, if
Presumably.
If approved and purchased, for example, the chief and assistant chief would be the primary designated administrators. They would have complete control of who gets authorization to use it.
Okay.
But even then, if I'm authorized to use it, it's going to track everything that I do. So for example, if I have a case report number for whatever specific crime I'm investigating, it in itself has user agreements that I have to check and abide by for federal law purposes, and also provide the case number and briefly explain, this is the crime I'm investigating, this is why I'm searching this individual's personal
It's
information.
just not for
It's
kids.
just extra documentation, and then on their side, a paper trail, so if it goes to court, we're like, well, how did he find out my email account? Well, because this program, it's publicly accessible information, this program, which will give me records to show the court, this is how I obtained it legally, and this is why it's now introduced into this court hearing, so,
HIPAA and all that falls in there, doesn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
So
A
there's
lot of
good
boxes to check before they allow you to start searching.
Okay.
And so there's good security, someone's not gonna
Yes,
sit in there,
yes.
some- just to kill
And
time.
again, it's regulated that if for some reason I did something malicious, or if I'm checking up on a girlfriend or something like that, it's going to document and track that kind of stuff as a protective measure to
Does it give
prevent.
reports on who was in there and when and stuff like that?
Yes, so
That's
each,
kinda good too.
again, it's like every transaction, each search is a transaction itself, so it's time, date stamp, so it knows
Okay.
I'm the one that's logged in, I'm the one that's doing it,
Okay.
so.
All right.
Pretty good documentation.
For each search you do, when you put in documentation as to why you're doing the search, is that available to the company who runs it and yourself? Is that available to other departments as well who might use it?
No, well, it is if they have the program, but they
Right.
would have to do their own individual search. But
Yeah, well, I'm saying, can another department see your activity on?
only
this
if I
person?
shared it with them.
You can't
Right.
share.
It's not interagency viewable, but if I am assisting another agency like the sheriff's department in a shooting, all right, and I am doing the legwork of specific investigations, but they need the information because they are also doing their own investigation or something in that sense, I can download it as a PDF, whatever my results are, and I can forward it to law enforcement.
Okay.
But that's the kicker, that's one of those check boxes, checks and measures type things where it's only for law enforcement view and it can only be shared with other law enforcement. I can't
And how long
run a
have they been
report.
on it?
What's that?
How long has the sheriff's department been on it?
They've had it, well, I would say 8 years, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah, they did say they could share information back
Sure.
and forth like that, which is really helpful.
I think so.
Yeah, and we had briefly discussed going in a partnership with the sheriff's office, like, hey, we want to get on this, we can split the bill, but we've discovered in discussion that it would be super complicated to keep track of who's doing what, who owes, if we did more searches than them, we'd owe them more money, vice versa, so it's like, it's easier just to have our own account and have it in-house.
That's $900.
I think so,
That's
too.
not bad, but is there an upfront charge for equipment and all that?
No, it's completely internet-based, so
Okay.
if again, if it were approved, then it would be simple as signing a paper and emailing their rep and paying $900, and then we'd have access Wednesday. You can log in, here's your login, here's your password.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like a good tool.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the TLO program agreement.
TransUnion TLO.
Okay.
We have a motion, have a second?
That's it.
All right, Chipper. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll get with you at some point when I have some paperwork.
All right, a couple more items, thank you for that. Couple more items, training, nothing to report, but facilities. Ranix we talked about the front door. Ranix did get the front door lobby, the police department quote. That's under CIH, and it's basically $2,600.
Pretty much, it is.
Yeah, almost exactly, so, there's, I would like to go ahead and get the repairs for that, because we had another lady today that was
department because
So
the
it just
door was
doesn't
stuck.
open, the thing, the hard to open?
Even trying to push it open
Oh.
from the inside is hard
It's
to do.
hard.
That's still a reinforced,
Yeah,
Secure door.
The door
Yeah.
is gonna, well, it's gonna still be the, reinforced glass and the door, they said the door is actually pretty good. It's the frame that has to be rebuilt, the steel frame around it, cause that's what's rusting and swelling.
well, I just replaced the door on the greenhouse and that's I wouldn't mind that quote.
Well, yeah,
Do we need a motion for that then?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I make a motion that they go right ahead and take care of that door.
Second.
All right, motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
and then the rekeying of the armory, Ranks is checking into that too, but it's gonna be the same company. It's not gonna be near that much, but he's still working on that because kicking a couple ideas around what's cheaper. Installing a new core for the lock or just have keys made, can they make keys for it? So he's already checked on it, but he's, still, working on that part of it.
Okay. All right, chief, how's the, county officer?
He is doing fine.
Okay.
He's been texting us, I texted him yesterday, so he is doing
Had
fine.
a little bit of excitement,
He
didn't
was a former
Too much excitement.
local police.
Hmm?
He was Nathan, I don't know if I should be saying his name.
Who?
I think it's been
You
released.
can't say.
I can't say.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
that's fine.
He used to
Everybody
be a
knows,
police
but I can't
officer.
say.
Okay. That's all right. That's all right. All right, well, thank you, Chief Sips. Okay, sewer plant.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I don't have anything important tonight. I'm not asking for money or anything like that. Might be surprised, not this time. Just
It's not April
really
1st, is it?
one big update, that's going on. Graves is mobilizing onto the site for the treatment improvement project.
And we have a ground breaking the 24th.
Yep.
Yes.
That's in Cooper Commons?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's what I thought. So yeah, they started to get materials shipped in, put in place. They have a trailer on site for their coordination.
Good.
Um,
I seen them down there yesterday.
Official mobilization, I think, is just after the 4th of July, so we'll be expecting to see a lot more of them down there by then, but right now, there's a guy there today taking videos of everything in the plant, and he somehow made it down to Vandalia. I'm not sure exactly what has to do with it.
The sewer plant's not there, is it?
But, so, excited, getting everything knocked off in preparation for that.
Can I ask a question?
Yep,
Do you guys have a weed eater?
we do.
Okay. Do you have a backpack sprayer by any chance?
Mm-mm.
You're getting one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So is he ordering that, you're telling him?
I'm just, yeah, I'm telling him.
I'm getting that, I'm getting it, all right.
Yes, you are.
I will
Okay.
note that down.
Okay. All right. That's all I had.
That's all I really had.
Baby girl's good.
Fantastically healthy, so
Wife's good.
Did
I
you
hope.
see a picture?
she's doing well.
I've seen a picture. I've
Okay.
seen
I have a
it.
lot more if you'd like to see.
Well, I haven't seen any yet.
She's
I had to
adorable.
ask my wife to send me a bunch because I'm not a picture taker, but
Oh, you will be.
there's a ton in here before and
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
That's great, Ryan.
Beautiful.
Good job.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
came out with curly hair.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah. It'll change you, let me tell you. It really
You
will.
need to add that one to your favorites
Let me
already.
see
Hit that little
one.
heart
Let
button
me
there.
see that. Oh
All
my
right.
gosh,
Offer
that's
him.
adorable. Did you see that?
no, there you go.
Did John see that? That is so cute.
Awesome, awesome.
Can you send it to me? I'll put it up on our website.
Nope.
Oh, I tried.
That's really all for me. Connor's
Okay.
been holding it down while I've been away.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
pretty much,
He was very
Back
helpful
on,
with the
so.
Kubota, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, we got our trees planted.
Yeah, that looked good.
Yeah, so,
I saw them, they look great down there.
yeah, I got some touching up left to do, but, we got them in the ground,
Did
so.
you get that one woman I told you about?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Yep. Yep, so, all right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Street department.
Thank you. The joint effort work by my department and the railroad company on these, patching these crosswalks was done, or railroad track approaches was done. For the most part, I think everybody seems happy, the 26 ladies
We had
down there
people come
all
in here
Oh,
Very
good.
happy, so
great.
not
That's a
not
great thing.
complaint, a couple of thank yous.
Wow.
Hopefully it'll last.
They are happy.
a while.
Frame those, hang them up.
I know they was a lot smoother until the first train come through. And then, yeah, do what you gotta do. Evan, as you requested, the highway out here, we sprayed
Thank you.
the weeds all the way out and back. They're already brown.
I seen that, thank you very
I
much.
also swept
Nice,
the
thank you.
highway all the way through town. We had a dead tree that we had to take down on North Park Street, just north of State Farm, right across from the street from the lady that was
Okay.
wanting the tree.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what, I mean, that thing was just, it was dead. I mean, just.
You don't always hold it up, do you?
Well, nothing now, it's gone. It was in bad shape. While we're on trees, the tree on Hillside and Main Street,
Yes.
it's got the power.
The big
line.
X on it.
Yeah, we did that so, because we had to get a couple estimates. I've had our guys go up and look at it. We can do it. With the power lines running through it, it's tricky.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and got a couple estimates on it, and I'll let you guys decide there.
For some reason, I always thought power lines are running through it, we had to call Duke to do it.
Well,
It used to be that way.
They've cut
That's right,
they cut the heart out of it.
yes.
for the power lines to run
Yeah.
through,
Did that one also have some storm damage, or is that the next tree over from it?
all of them.
There was a lot in this last. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if because I look at them from my house, I know those trees, but it's like, what am I remembering
And
correctly?
some of these trees, I mean, Scott and I both would kind of look at them. For one, if they're too big, we can't reach them. For two, you kind of gotta weigh the liability. Is it worth paying somebody and not being responsible? So that's kind of where we're at on this one. We just, Fleetwood Tree Service, who's done all of our trees for years and years, does a great job. He came, he quoted us $1,800, and that's, he does everything. I did get a second quote,
That includes stump grinding as well.
not stump grinding.
Okay.
no, but that is hauling, he does
Yeah,
traffic,
okay.
he does everything. We did get a second quote from Bo Miller, I don't know if you know him, it's a tree feller.
Yeah.
Just to have a quote, he actually came in, it's a little bit cheaper, it's $1,600. But I've never used him, I don't know any
Okay.
pros, cons. Fleetwood we use regularly, and he does a really good job. So,
Did he say anything about offering insurance?
There's a insurance form in there, I don't know what I'm looking at, but there is a form in the back that says.
Oh, there it is, yeah, that's what I wanted to
That's
see.
Very nice. that he
Certificate of
did that all.
liability.
Did a
Yeah.
nice job on
Okay.
presentation.
Again, I can't say any good, any bad about this company.
Okay.
This company, I could say, has
They've done a good job
us.
for you.
Power
And
lines,
he's
it's kind of hard to
always,
see,
Yeah.
but that's where they are.
he's always been there, so
I don't know, it doesn't hurt to save money.
It was a pretty nice presentation, at any
Yeah.
rate. I mean,
That's what we usually do, we go with the lowest. bid.
yeah, let's try,
So-
yes, Bobby?
And then in
Well,
the
I
future we'll
normally
know.
don't say too much at a meeting about something like this, but he did my trees, and the quality of work and professionalism and doing those and being safe and everything, I would not even
Which
consider
one,
Which one?
Fleetwood. He is good, he's got the equipment, he gets in there, it's done quick, and gone.
Yeah, I seen
You
him.
know what's you're gonna get,
Okay,
all right?
okay.
That's all I gotta say.
That's it for tonight, huh?
No,
They
No
do,
promises.
I mean, they are, again, it's hard because I've never used them.
Yeah.
There's a
Can
difference
we
in
look them up
equipment,
and
I
see
know that.
if there's any?
Yeah,
I mean, I like to say that we do,
before we do anything, let me
Hey, can I see
do
that?
just a little research,
yeah, because you can usually see on Yelp or something.
Okay.
and-
and then we'll make a decision.
That's fine.
So, but yeah, just keep both of those, and
So, but with that being said, then,
we'll,
this is gonna be tabled for a while.
well, not for long,
No, it could be
Not for long.
tomorrow.
not for long,
Okay.
not for long.
Can we still approve that outside of the
Yes.
meeting if we need to? Because I
I'd
don't want
say-
this tree literally hanging over our
Just
heads.
say that you're gonna approve taking down a tree with,
Pending
Yeah.
yes,
Pending some
Quote,
investigation.
investigation.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to approve
one or the other.
paying to have this tree professionally
Right.
taken down pending
That's the important.
some additional investigation
Yes.
for either the Fleetwood or the tree feller.
Or
Is that, okay, so that's the motion.
One of them's 1,800 and the other's
16.
1,600, okay, so. Okay, we have a motion.
Kinda nice, maybe he'll come back with
I'll second.
1,600.
Okay, Ginger seconds it. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Where am I at? Let's see, number 4. We had a church, what's the name of the church? Harvest Church kindly donated some parking blocks to us. They wanted them out of their way, we needed them. What I would like to do with your permission is replace these parking blocks out here that are mangled
Oh,
and look terrible.
okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
There's 11 of them, I got 10 new ones, so it would be one short, but I would, they've been hit by snowplow, backhoe, I mean, I'm sure it was us that's mangled them. but
Yeah.
they look terrible, and I've got 10 good-looking ones, but I just want.
I don't have a problem at all.
See, why not?
Tony.
Blessing
Yeah,
to change them out.
please do. Anything
And
that makes it better.
publicly thank the Harvest
Yeah.
Church for the donation.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool. That's a really nice,
That-
that's
that
a
worked
nice
out.
gesture.
Yeah,
It's a win-win.
they'll look good.
Good.
And the last thing I had was the drum roll, the Cooper Street bathrooms are open, everything's up, running.
And the new concrete platform and picnic table looks good. Just drove by it today.
Picnic Tables up, security system, door locks working great. Colin said she was gonna be here tonight.
She actually, her knee is still
Yeah.
recovering, but I do have, but that's
She ordered,
next.
I've been working closely with her on the phone, I guess, cause, she's out of it. But we've got everything ready. The biggest question or concern that we need to go with now is the cleaning of these. These restrooms are, as you can imagine, they are used
A lot.
way more than our other public restrooms. We need to be thinking, right now I'm having my guys do it, but we've got 100 things
Did
for
we
my
not
guys
have the
to
same
do.
people
We
as?
have, it's the homemakers that
Right.
do for that one, and it was something Marcy set up. I could talk to Marcy and see if she knows of anybody that would be
Oh, if you would,
volunteer
that'd be
or
great,
pay
yeah.
You could pay a small fee for them to do it.
It might need to be something, you think even daily, probably?
Maybe not daily, but I would say like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
That's a lot of time to get someone to do it. I'm
Uh-huh.
saying.
Well, I mean, so it probably won't be volunteer.
Unless it
it'd
was a
be-
group of people like. I
Sure.
think that's-
We're going in, just for an example, I'm going in on Fridays, restocking, it just has toilet paper roll holders,
Mhm.
not the big.
Right.
It holds 2, I'm sticking 1 on the light. On Friday afternoons, Monday morning, they're all gone.
Hmm.
Empty, I mean, they're empty, they're not missing, they are empty, and trash cans full, so I really think, at least during the summer months, 3 times a week
It'll be
is
Okay.
closed
not
during the
asking.
months.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, yeah, so you'll call Marcy
I'll call
and
Marcy and
see if she
can
has
come up with
recommendations
anything.
for,
Yeah.
okay.
And the last couple things I had was just, I'd like for you guys to put your heads together. We offer the stick limb pickup service for the folks in town. It's great, people love it. There's several that we're getting dump truck load after dump truck load, week after week after week. I don't even know where they're getting all this stuff. It's just, some people are abusing it.
I think it's the weather. I'm gonna say that. I noticed it because I walk around. We've had so many strong winds this spring that the
And
bark's
I'm
blowing
not
up the tree.
disagreeing with you. What I will say is that I'm sending 3 guys are at least half of our week that's why I'm saying let's start scratching our heads and trying to figure out.
I know that Brazil does not offer that service in town at all.
We've tried saying we won't pick up contractor stuff. I mean, if John,
Sure.
you're paying somebody to
Sure.
clean your yard,
I can,
you can pay them to haul off, but there's no real way to police
what if
that.
you say you're only doing it one day a week? These streets on Monday, these streets on Tuesday, these streets.
They'll get piled up real fast.
Well, it's all in one day though, or maybe
Yeah,
do
I-
all of it in one day and, they don't have a chance to put it out. I
Yeah,
mean, if
we'll
you're
have to-
going
we'll have to-
around
we're
every
gonna have to-
single day,
Oh,
Put some
it
thought
is-
into this.
yeah.
That's all I'm asking is
Okay.
let's kind of think about it because
Okay.
it's not there, but it's getting to be a problem. We're spending way too much time picking up sticks.
Picking up debris.
There's talks of the county shutting the county down also.
Oops.
And it's not that we don't mind doing it, it's just, it's getting to be a lot all the time. And the last thing I had for you guys, the next meeting is July 6th. I'll be on vacation. I won't be here. I believe Scott will be busy at the fair, so that next meeting, you probably
Okay.
won't have a representative
All
from
right.
the street department.
That's fine.
So if, on this tree stuff, if whoever could call me, email me, let
Okay.
me know what
Okay.
we're doing and how we're doing it.
Okay. All right.
Do you guys have any questions or concerns
Oh,
for
just
us
congratulations on your honor as you're getting
on my honor?
for the Derby.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you.
I seen that, and I thought, oh, that's our Tony Floyd.
That's
30 years of spending money down there, and they're gonna buy me a little place.
Hey, there you go.
Scott, did you have anything else that I
Okay.
failed to mention?
All right. All right. Thank you, guys. Okay. Parks Board.
Yeah, I have a message from Colleen. She says, Colleen is requesting funds on behalf of the Park Board for the final item to finish the courts, a 6-foot bench, which will sit just beside the restrooms on the west side of the building, and I have an image of this as well. It is the same style of bench from Victor Stanley that is around the town square to have a cohesive look. Total for the bench is $2,591. The bench itself is $1,806 with a $785 freight charge, in parentheses with exclamation point. We have over $2,000 in the park fund at the Owen County Community Foundation. If we use $1,591 from the fund, then we ask the town for $1,000.
Let's do that.
Okay. Cheryl made the motion.
No, I just think-
I'll make the motion,
Yeah.
asking for the $1,000.
Okay, I'll second that motion. So,
Okay.
One thing.
And then, so that's where it would go, if you're familiar with the building.
Yeah.
So right in front of that signage.
And how
and
much are
kind of
those
that
benches
grid.
again?
The bench itself is $1,806.
And they haven't changed at all, and because I bought one, but.
Yeah, it's just expensive to ship.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't have to
did
pay
you have
to
a
ship.
question, Tony?
Hey, good for
Heavy
you.
duty.
I don't know what it is.
Evan, we was
Probably the same
talking,
way.
Scott and I have been talking, we wanna get, at first we was gonna get a leaf blower
Mhm.
in the building so that if you stop in, you
Yeah.
can blow off the cords if
Mhm.
anybody can that's, has access
Right,
to that.
the park board members would
The
get the
more we
code.
thought about it, keeping a gas in there, keeping a gas one, so
Oh, I was assuming you meant battery in the first place.
I think that we're gonna get a battery powered one,
Mhm.
that way we can keep batteries in there plugged in.
Only thing with that is when we winterize, that'll need to be stored somewhere because the cold kills those things, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
I don't know, we can get a name brand
A Mil,
for, what'd you say, $200?
yeah.
Or we can get,
I got a Milwaukee, he does a great job.
we can get an Amazon one for $80, it's no name.
Get a good
You,
one.
with a leaf blower, you want about as much
Probably
power
get
as you can.
anything at Amazon if you like Milwaukee.
Drills at the shop.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you guys are already running DeWalt,
yeah, right, my boss.
the
got
DeWalt
They
20
were-
volts or 18 volts probably, 20 volt.
We can get one of them for about $200 and it can stay there, and that way any of the Parks Board members that stop in can blow off the
Yeah,
cords. and-
Heck, if you get a trimmer
Just
in
get
there
a
too, if I
charger,
see it, I'll
get
do
a
it.
charger and 2 batteries and put it down there and ready to go.
Okay, and that falls under the normal spending, so we don't need a
Yes.
motion, but
There,
I would like that.
There has been a problem with the, I don't know what you call it, the bindings that are holding the fence to the poles are real flimsy aluminum. And we put like 8 of them back on this morning, where kids are just taking,
huh.
just,
The chain link fence,
yes, where the chain link fence fastens onto the frame of it. It's a real pliable
Who's your,
aluminum.
who's your installer?
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
Might be
twist
something
wire
you
on it, but they're,
have to just have them come out and get it
But
stronger.
different one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we have a motion and a second about the bench,
Mm-hmm.
and all in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Okay,
thank you.
you're welcome. I didn't
You
wanna
said
forget it.
The balance
Yeah.
is gonna come,
That happens.
you said the balance is gonna come from our fund over at.
Yeah, the community foundation that the park board has
So do
in
I
there.
write the check? I just hold on to the check, they'll send the check here and we pay,
That would make sense to me.
okay,
is
or
how
I'll
it would
talk to
happen.
somebody.
Okay, however you wanna do
Yeah,
it.
because we have to buy it, so they'll send the check.
Okay. Done with Parks Board?
I think that covers it.
Okay. Planning and zoning? Richard,
We already had-
did you have anything?
Covenant.
Coming in,
I do free development.
Did you have anything for planning and zoning?
Can you hear me?
Yeah?
Yes,
Okay, so, I wanted to, my earphones are not working well here. Okay, so,
where'd you go?
technical issues.
Oh, there he is,
You said,
getting closer.
I think it was having the headset connection, doing something.
can you hear me? No. No, I can't hear you.
We did before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has headphones on. Nope. Nah. His headphones is,
Now we can hear something. Can you hear us?
can you hear me now?
yes, sir.
Okay, let me just go quickly here. On planning and zoning, you've got covenant with giving you a, still can't hear, okay.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, we're still good.
We're still good.
Tell him we can hear him.
We did.
Can he hear us?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so with covenant's applications for the ADU, she's given you all the angles on this particular matter. Several are policy decisions, and what I'd like to do is share with you the options that you've got, and then let each of you respond to me so I can put a consensus together for an updated final version, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Number two is on redevelopment. We are at a point now where we have to look at a potential realtor for purposes of talking about the sale of the property. And I'd like to interview a couple of realtors to get their thoughts about that and report that back to you. And then the other thing is on IDEM, I believe you've seen my sort of long dialogue with Commonwealth. I believe they clearly understand and have the same protocol that we're concerned about in their mindset in our conversations with IDEM. And I think that we will be able to have a very good meeting. I believe that may be coming up as early as next week and all. So we will continue to share thoughts about that. And the last thing I really had was I shared some thoughts about the quote logo or other symbols that we might be using for some of those things and all. Cheryl had a very good idea about trying to have maybe several of these different presentations and all. And we might focus on one thing like partnerships and show who we are doing partnerships with, and to show how we are involved with community and how we are collaborating with other entities and units of government and private individuals to try to progress and bring economic growth and development to the town. So I think we have a lot of options there that ought to be expanded and all, and I hope you were able to hear all that.
We were.
We got you. Sounded good.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to David doing something.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
see your
not
most
a-
recent
it's-
email, so I haven't even read it in depth,
That's
but
okay, it's not a zeal, that was a mistake
Well,
when she did her first thing, and I think we
logo,
had that
yeah, if we wanna
stuck
call
on
it that, no,
Yeah.
I understand there's an official
Okay.
seal and then
Yeah,
like what
this
you
is like
present.
promoting our
But I
town,
think we should have some sort of image
Yes.
that is identified with Spencer and is,
right. So,
uniform
me
and-
and I are gonna work on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
We
it's
talked
something.
about building
Sweet.
businesses and
Mhm.
things
All
like
right,
that.
good.
I actually have I know some people that are graphic designers and stuff. I could even ask if they would give an estimate for,
Okay, soon as
doing
we
it
come
some-
up with something, we'll,
yeah, you know,
see
we
what
could,
we need.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Sounds
I think
good.
it's a good idea. And my emails probably sounded more negative than,
Didn't sound like you're on vacation.
And I'm sure we've got local photographers too that we could.
Fire-
yeah, we can
Could
figure
get
something out.
similar
for it. I think
shots.
it's a good idea. I just
Yeah,
wasn't
I
on
did
board with
explain
that
it.
exact.
We threw it, she threw
I
it
know.
together in like an hour.
I thought.
Oh, okay.
This is
I call
great.
it-
For an hour, it was
But you know,
amazing, but
it
yeah.
was started by,
Town Civil should be that face right there.
You know?
You can't fit it.
You know?
he had his input too, so
Mhm.
There
it's
you
kind of
go.
nice. that they really,
I like the patch that they have. I think going in more in that direction could be,
I don't
Okay.
want it to be boring, I want it to be dynamic.
sure.
Fire
Plus,
territory,
simplicity, because it needs to be recognized, you know, that
we
size.
had our
We-
meeting last Monday. The insurance man will be, or maybe has Lee called you this week?
Lee, he was in here for,
Okay, did he talk to you about the insurance?
I got something from, Chris Connor saying that they were gonna try to increase the
Deductible?
deductible. Were you able to? Because I think last year they said they could not by
Yeah.
state law. So
Yeah,
they-
well, they've got, some things have changed,
Okay,
and so they'll be in here shortly.
okay.
Yeah, okay. Other than that, everything else is fine. Okay, we've heard from Mr. Attorney. Thank you, Richard. Okay. Cheryl, did you have, other than the bank
It just had
reconciliations,
those bank reconciliations and,
fund
a
reports?
fund report for you guys to sign off on, so I can get them uploaded.
Okay,
And you notice how up to date I am? That's May 5th report. I had it done like by the, not the first meeting, because I feel, but really quick. So
okay.
keeping up on everything, it's great.
Good, it's good. Any old business?
I had a question when I was at the library meeting earlier, and I just couldn't remember, did we already do the dumpster cleanup days?
No, we have not.
Okay, the library, Brittany, the director at the library,
Uh-huh.
wanted to do a collaboration with the town. She wants to get a shredder truck for documents
Oh, that would be wonderful.
from a former library director.
We
Okay.
get shredders here, just for you guys' information, we have a shredder once a month, and you can put it in you can bring it the day that they're coming, if you don't wanna leave it in that big bin in the room.
Can
and-
any resident do that?
Yeah, that's
No.
right.
So
It'd
what,
be you
what
guys,
Brittany,
I'd say.
oh, okay. Brittany was wanting to get like a big, kind of, you know, you just
A
toss stuff
commercial.
in, a
It's-
commercial,
it's in a
big
hopper,
one.
yeah.
Well, that's what we
So,
have,
Yeah.
that's what we
you
have,
know.
a big commercial one that parks in our parking lot.
Oh, so you have a
I do-
contact?
We do have a
Okay.
contact.
Could, do you
They
have
do
Brittany's
it-
contact information, or could you give
Yes,
the
I can tell you,
number?
we have
Because I think she was trying to get quotes and was
$35
struggling.
for everything that they can do on that day, yeah. No, it's not per tote, isn't it 35 even when we did 2 totes? Oh, it's $35 per tote,
Okay.
that's expensive.
But was hoping to maybe on the cleanup day also offer
Yeah.
a shredding service for
Yeah.
documents.
I got
Okay.
the people and they can contact them to see how many,
Okay.
maybe they can estimate.
They've done that.
Do you want me to give you her email if you don't have it?
Who is it?
Brittany Van Hook, the Ginger's replacement.
Okay.
The
I
new
should
ginger.
look at it.
The new gym.
Britt, you can give me her.
Yeah.
Oh, you have it, okay. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I've got it in emails here.
Well,
People's
speaking,
Bank has done that before too.
Okay, so do we have an idea of when we might
Well,
be
that's
trying to
what
do
I'm
this?
just
Was that
gonna-
your old business as well?
well,
Okay.
not necessarily, but we're gonna make it my own business. So.
Because I've had lots of people ask about that as well,
so
and it's
the
like, it's
fair-
coming,
the
but,
fair is the week of the 6th, correct? Okay. All right.
so we're gonna do it after Fair Week?
Yeah. Can we
I
do?
wonder if now we should look more to, normally we do it early spring, I wonder if now we should get
Do
through
early
the dog days of summer and look for like maybe September or something.
I agree with that, because everything will,
Okay.
And have it give us time to publicize and let people know about it.
Okay, well then all right. Let's tentatively plan in, if we can make this a 2-day event, a Friday and a Saturday,
Yeah, somewhere.
Sorry, I thought I had
If we
it here,
can.
but it's not.
The 11th and 12th of September. That's a Friday and a Saturday.
Well, I'm sure it's the same time, just.
Okay, yeah, and it's not the first one either, so. Yeah. September 11th and 12th. And 12th. So you got-
It's B Van Hook at owenlib.
OwenLib.org.
Because
I guess I didn't know it.
I did talk to K&S dumpster,
Oh, right.
and they said they would get us dumpsters for $300 a piece, which is half.
Good,
the
good, good,
cost.
because that one time was expensive.
Yeah, they said, he told me $300.
No, I mean, that's a.
Yeah, that's a good price.
Get that in writing?
Yeah, that's 30-yard dumpsters.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can get 8, 10, 12, whatever I want, so.
I just paid $630 for
So
one.
are we going to do it in conjunction with the county, or are we going to do it by ourselves? Are we going to do it out at the county?
No, we'll do it here in town.
Okay.
I don't wanna confuse that because everybody, if we do it in conjunction with
Then
the county,
everybody in the
yeah.
county,
so-
yes.
Yeah, so it's a little bit easier,
Okay,
so,
that's better.
alright, okay. Alright, so, if we can get lined up with the library
Yeah.
to do the.
And that gives them
shred
more
thing,
time to
same-
try to
Sure,
aim for that date too
absolutely.
then.
Okay.
So that's
Sounds good.
doubly good suggestion to delay a
Okay,
bit.
Sweet.
Will the Riddles building lot still be ours in September?
I think
It probably
possibly,
will.
probably.
Or are we looking at?
May have to do it at the fair, may have to do it at the
Might be able to do it in the
fairgrounds.
library parking lot,
Sure.
if the library's involved too.
But anyway, we'll make it
If they
work
want it
one way
there,
or
I
the
don't, I don't know.
Any new business? Anybody have any new business? Any public comments?
Bobby, you said you had one thing, and we already listened to you, so.
We gotta wait till
Back
next,
at the next meeting.
What do you have?
Let's hear.
Okay, we just had our economic development board meeting, for the county. And of course, we've got a council member on there, we're supposed to have a commissioner on there too. He wasn't present at this meeting we had. But it sounds to me like that you people would like to see the sewer go to the school out in Flatwoods. And you would like to make arrangements to get that done. We've got money on the Economic Development Board to help do that, and so is the council. So can the three bodies start putting their heads together and make this thing move faster?
The county council?
Yes,
do they make
because
those
we've all got
decisions
money,
when we start
and we
the
all wanna do it, but yet we're working and
I don't know.
it don't
The
work.
commissioners make
Well,
the decision, think
Bobby,
of budget.
Okay,
Yeah,
can
They're not
I
like
just
us,
say
they can
something?
Do stuff.
Okay, they don't wanna, where they wanna put the jail,
Yeah,
they're not real happy with our estimate for them to pay for the rehab, the sewer out here.
okay.
They're not gonna pay for that out there for us.
He's saying economic development,
Economic development will come through.
he's saying they're going to
Okay,
pay.
okay, alright,
There's a little bit different story there.
okay, alright. I would love to get it out to the school.
Craig and I had talked about this, that we really need to get you guys involved,
Yeah.
since you know what we've got, and then.
See, I don't have a clue,
Yeah,
yes.
we've got some money,
Okay, alright.
alright.
Should we try to get a joint work session with the people involved?
I would like to meet with economic development.
Yeah.
Does the school not have a sewer district out there?
No,
No,
When they built that building, they sure did.
Yeah, but it wasn't usable, I guess. The school had
What
one.
do they do now?
the school, they pump that and haul it off.
Really?
Yes,
Bad situation.
Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds expensive.
Since about a year after school.
I guess I always assumed they just had a giant septic or something out
They
there.
had their own system,
Yes.
but it
If
wasn't,
that was a district,
it wasn't usable, didn't work.
Oh,
No, but they don't have,
That's pump station.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
they don't have that, no. But their sewer system did not work out the way they had planned.
And that neighborhood probably wants to hook on too.
They probably
imagine.
would after,
Yeah.
yeah, so.
Cause do they all have septic, I assume then?
I think
I will
they
talk to you
want
later then, then I'll,
Economic Development has a meeting Friday morning at
You guys
8:30.
at
I don't know if that's,
Friday morning at 8:30.
County?
um,
We
Well,
just had
okay.
ours this week.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's,
I'm-
okay, that's town, yeah.
See, I still get them mixed up, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
all right.
That we can work on, okay?
Okay, sure,
All right.
absolutely.
The other thing that I've noticed this week, and I go down with my golf cart on the long railroad track, but up there by the library, you've got this bad stormwater recess there.
Yes, it's
We
terrible.
fixed the one up that goes up toward the hillside by putting the post there and so forth. I just witnessed another car that dropped into that.
I almost did that today myself.
Yeah,
That's a bad
That
one.
We really need to put a post or something in there to help keep,
okay,
keep
all right.
vehicles out.
Car's coming from the other way.
I know, yeah,
It's horrible.
okay. Well, we'll take a look at it.
You know,
Take a
it's
look.
been a problem for quite a while, but
Right.
this is, I guess it's the second time I've seen a vehicle drop the tires down in
Good.
before.
And Frank,
Of course, you don't see it until it's just almost too late.
okay,
So that's the two things I got.
Is that the northwest corner of the library talking about with the railroad track?
yeah, yeah.
I hit that during driver's ed
It's just-
with Lou.
It's gotten worse. When the state paved Franklin, they done a quick, careless job and they made it deeper. A part of that problem is the curb out where the dumpster sits on the IGA side that really narrows that down.
Okay,
It just,
There's a telephone pole there too.
yeah,
okay, all right.
it's kind of a one-way.
Deal there,
but
is
some
yeah.
people, I guess, don't
Hey,
have courtesy and will
No,
wait for the
really
car to come through.
okay, all right.
So I'll get with you on the sidewalk then.
Okay, sure. All right, thank you, Bob.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I do want to point out that that was two things.
Yeah, yeah, well, I know.
I'll pass next week.
We don't want that.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else then, I'm gonna make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
7:12.
Probably try to get enough meeting between the two bodies.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
Okay?